Eggs and bacon walk into a bar. The barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve breakfast." Welcome to the video. And these are good. I'm quite liking these new videos, new jokes. So yeah, today, seeing as we did PlayStation 1 on the last video, I'm going to be doing PlayStation 2 today. And these are the top 10 PlayStation 2 games. And I've fucked up here because I've already got 14. So I'm already 4 over the quota for this video. But it's fine. It's absolutely wonderful. And these are... So if you get yourself a PlayStation 2 and you only buy these games, you're going to have a cracking time. And yeah, so we're going to make a start with... I'm going to swap that one out. I was going to do this on the fly as I was doing it, but I'm definitely going to swap that one out. Yeah. Okay, so the first one, I was wiping my nose. I wasn't picking my nose. There's no bogies in my nose. There probably is, but I'm not picking them. Do you want some suspicious chicken before I start? Burp. I've still got suspicious chicken, and I love suspicious chicken, and he still does the egg. Burp. And he's a wonderful character. And if you would like to know where I got suspicious chicken, tough. You should have been watching a long time ago. Cinnamon Coke. It tastes like Christmas. And I'm almost certain that's when its date ran out. But it's fine. It's just got a kick to it. So the first game is... You peaked, you dirty boy. Metal Gear Solid 2. There it is. Sons of Liberty. Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, so this is really good. And the first one was in the PlayStation 1. This one is definitely the best in PlayStation 2. Now, people may argue and say that Snake Eater was much better. I liked this one more, even though it was Raiden. There is a hefty amount of Solid Snake in here. There's a lot of exploration. The AI is smarter. The levels are prettier. And I just had a blast with this. And also, there's a hidden skateboarding game on this as well if you complete the game all the way. But fantastic and really good fun, and definitely worth playing. Yeah, so that is definitely supposed to be in my top 10. Next up is an absolute monster of a game. In fact, I would say this isn't just essential. This should come with every PlayStation 2. It's Timesplitters 2. This is the most perfect first-person shooter ever made, and I still think it is. Even with all the modern first-person shooters and everything like that, and I loved Modern Warfare 2, like the first Modern Warfare 2, this is just next level. It's so good. It's fleshed out. The characters are just so pretty. The whole game is wonderful. It plays like a dream. It looks like a dream. It's so interactive, so much fun. There's so much to unlock, so much to play. It's a really good game, and definitely worth investing your money and your time into this. This is the game to get. And a shame it was Eidos who made it, and Free Radical, which is a company that I don't know if they really made much after that. They did like a few games, but nothing major, which is a shame because they were like the monsters of first person. They made that game, and everybody just went, how? Nobody really knew how they'd done it, but it was a very good game. Next up is such a great game. So much fun to play, and it still stands up today. I really wish they'd do a remake of this, because they could do the graphics on this version are great, but they could be so much better in today's standards. And that is Simpsons Hit and Run. It is such a great game to play. It's basically Grand Theft Auto with the Simpsons. All the cast are doing the voices in this. You have every character. You have a living, breathing Springfield. And other than they did one that was Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage, where you drive around and you have to pick people up like Crazy Taxi. This one is so much more fun because you can get out of the cars and run around yourself and explore the world, and there's jumping and obstacles and things to overcome and secrets to find and gags. There's endless amounts of gags you can find and jokes. And you can play as Homer Simpson. Oh my god. Oh. I love the Simpsons game. But you can do lots of different things on here, and I love it. And I think it's such a great game, and definitely worth getting. 20 quid now, but it's worth it. It still stands up today. It's a shame it was the platinum version I've got, but it is a very clean and very nice version of it. So definitely. And Sierra, there you go. Metal Jesus, there you are. Sierra. Didn't he used to work for him? I think he did. Next up, we have... this was the staple of PlayStation, and I think to a degree still is in terms of racing games. You know what I'm talking about. Fantastic soundtrack featuring the Cardigans and Feeder, which is one of my favourite bands in the whole world. It is Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo games were always cutting edge, always top notch. I remember the first one coming out on the PlayStation, and we all looked at it as if to say, is this real footage of cars? We were so shocked, and they never failed to disappoint. Forza has really given them a run for their money, but in terms of real life vehicles, the Gran Turismo have always been a really, really good franchise for that, and this is a great game. If you want a racing game on the console, this is definitely the one to get. From that, we move on to possibly, arguably, the best GTA I've ever played. Again, people may disagree. Please put it in the comments if you think it should have been a different one. I think it is San Andreas for me. It just was such a huge world. There was a mountain, there was countryside, there was a twin city, there was airports and all sorts of stuff on this, and desert. There was just a sprawling LA, and it's so brilliant, this game. And it's set in the same place as Los Santos, the same place as GTA 5 is. The music, the radio was really good. It had that kind of 90s kind of feel to it. Such a great game. So brilliant. And a lot of people will say Vice City. It was a great game. It was a bit Scarface, Vice City. Had, again, a really good soundtrack and some good cars and some great gameplay. But I really liked San Andreas. I put so many hours into this game. And it's brilliant. Yeah. Coming up next, we have a game that you may not know much of. You may, but I'm going to show it to you. This is from EA, before they become evil. This is a game called Freedom Fighters. And there he is, holding a gun. And then she's turning her back on you. She's like, no, but I've also got a gun. This is a squad-based game where your objective is to take parts of Manhattan back from the Russians who have invaded. Fitting. You basically have to take America back. You play as a plumber who turns into a freedom fighter, and you have to recruit other people in town, and you have to basically take objectives and use your squad effectively by giving them orders. It's great. It's one of the first games I ever saw with ragdoll effects. Ragdoll was a new thing. In fact, it probably even says on the back here. It may say... No, I think it said it in one of the magazines when it came out. I think it kind of focused on that. But it was a great game, and it wasn't necessarily a big game, but it was really good. And it's definitely worth the time. Next up, from the Rockstars again, is another incredible game. I didn't even know what this was until it came out. And when I played it, I simply had to watch the film. Yes, that's right. You guessed it. It's Warriors. Come out to play. There it is. The Warriors. What a great game. I love this game. And this is a really nice copy of it, actually. Fully complete with the absolutely banging edition of it. But such a great game. I had this on the PSP, and I also had it on the PlayStation 2, and I played the death out of this game. It's so cool. You play as the Warriors, and you start the game before you go into the plot of the movie. You start the game just on Coney Island doing missions and securing things, and you know you have to like beat down shopkeepers for their protection money and all sorts of stuff. And then obviously it goes into the plot of the film, which is where one of their senior guys from, what gang is it now? I can't remember. No, I can't remember. Someone is assassinated. And the warriors are accused, and they have to get back to Coney Island, and every single gang is out to get them. Amazing film, incredible game. Seriously, I want it to be incredible. Next up, I've got a couple of horror games coming up, and the first one I want to show you is this bad boy, The Suffering. He's fucked, isn't he? He doesn't stand a chance. He's going to be dead in a minute. And that guy behind him's like, I've had all the donuts, and I farted in the cell. And he must have sharted because it's gone all over him. But no, this is a brutal game. You play as a man on death row. You are accused of killing your wife and child. And the effects of what you decide to do in the game will make it apparent if you are guilty or not. But yes, everything attacks you. The prison sort of becomes corrupt and evil, and the monsters are pigments of execution methods. But it's great. It's a really good game, and yeah, The Suffering, one of the best games. There you go. Now I have got 14 games, so I'm just going to show you all, but I'll show you this one now. Now this is a franchise that this game was incredible. The second one came out and it was terrible, and Just Cause came out and kind of just completely depleted this one, unfortunately. But it's called Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. I love this game. It's set in North Korea. You are there to capture all 52 of the North Korean militia. And you basically have to, excuse me, a little bit of windy pops there. Okay, excuse me. It's been a long week. Yeah, you have to. I don't edit the video. It's just I'm so good. Normally it's seamless. You have to capture them any way you can, dead or alive. You get more if they're alive, and call in airstrikes and airdrops and cars and helicopters and weapons. It's friggin' brilliant, and it's very good. But Just Cause, when number 2 particularly came out, it just took it out of the picture. It was gone. It was a myth after that. Mercenaries, it didn't go. Number 2 wasn't quite as good, but number 1 was absolutely incredible. Great game. Next up is probably one of my favourite games. Not my favourite of this particular franchise, but certainly one of my favourites on this console, and it is Resident Evil 4. It's had the remake. It's been rebuilt, but this is such a good game. You play as Leon Kennedy. You are there to bring back the president's daughter, and it goes from brilliant to bizarre. It's absolutely off the wall, this game, and I only realised it the second time when I played it recently again. I decided to play Resident Evil 4 again and see if I enjoyed it again. I did, but it is mental. You've got gigantic mechanical midgets. You've got all sorts of stuff going on. It's just insane, but so much fun, and definitely worth picking up. The tin is now worth about £25-30, but definitely pick this up if you can. You would be mental if you didn't. But yeah, there you go. And my disc is in pretty good condition. The Wii version's a lot of fun as well, but it's a very hard game to master. One of the first steel tins I ever had that. There weren't much. You didn't really get steel tins. Next up is a port of a PC game, which everyone was jealous because they really wanted to have it themselves. Later on, the Xbox original would have the second one on it and would do very well. But up until then, we had Half-Life. Half-Life for the PlayStation, and this was exceptionally ambitious. Half-Life, as we all know, is an absolute monster of a game. It is literally the godfather of all first-person shooters. It's amazing. You play as Gordon Freeman, this guy. In fact, I look a bit like Gordon Freeman, I've realised. And your job is to... Basically, things go wrong with an experiment. We open a gateway to another planet called Zen, I think it's called, and we have to get ourselves out of the facility. Later on, we have the military turn up. They don't like us very much. We have to fight our way out and try and get away, but it's incredible. It builds tension, it builds suspense, there is puzzle solving, there is action, there is everything you could possibly want, and this is a really good port, basing it on the limitations of the PlayStation 2 compared to a PC game. This was a very ambitious very ambitious game. Next up is another great game. I think this also had a release on the N-Gage, the Nokia, or Nokia, or Nokia, I've heard it be called, but it's the Nokia N-Gage, was also had a copy of this. It's Red Faction. There it is. Red Faction is a game where you play as a miner on Mars, and there is a revolution, and you are caught up in the centre of it, and your job is to get off Mars. It's a great first-person shooter. It takes you on an amazing journey, but the biggest pull for this game, and it was huge at the time, is the fact that the environments are completely destructible. You can... If there's a door that's locked, you can blast a hole through the wall and get out that way. It's brilliant. It's absolutely incredible. So much fun to just blast holes in the environment. It's always good fun. And it does it really well. The actual technology's there for it. I got 2 more games, guys, and then I am done. And I will be moving on to the PS3 next. So let's go for this one, and we'll finish on another one. So this is a game by Capcom. It is another Resident Evil clone, but arguably probably one of my favourites. And I need to get the second one, but this one to me, it was always a really good one. It's Onimusha. There he is. This is a Resident Evil style sort of hack and slash game. It's like a survival horror meets Resident Evil, and it's great. Very, very hard game to play, but brilliant, absolutely amazing, top notch, and definitely worth the time. And these games are brilliant. I need to get the full whack of them because they're so much fun to play, and criminal that they never released anymore. They kind of gave up on this particular franchise, along with Dino Crisis and Devil May Cry and all that. Shame, because it was a very, very, very good game. Last up is a monster of a game for the PlayStation. The hype for this game was real. It never really lived up to this first one, but I remember it being so big and such an important role, such an important title, that it captured the hearts and minds of every PlayStation player. It is Killzone. Killzone is a story about a banished race called the Helgen. They are sent to Mars, I think, and then they decide that they are pissed off and want to come back as the Helghast. And they do. They come back and they start to kick ass. And you play as the... I forget what they're called now. You're like the Earthmen. There you go. And your job... Is it the EDL or EDF or something like that? I don't know, something like that. But your job is to stop them, and it's great. It's such a good first-person shooter. And PlayStation 2 really was and this was the era of the first-person shooter. We really got involved with them, and we love the first-person shooters now, but we were absolutely obsessed with them back in the day. And this was certainly a very good one. And there you go. There is 14 games. So there's 4 kind of honourable mentions and then 10 essentials. So follow those games. You will not be disappointed. They are amazing games to own. Certainly and definitely games that you need in your collection. But yeah, there you go. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I'm hoping you're enjoying the channel. If you are, give me a like, give me a subscription, give me a chicken, give me a wish for Christmas. And that wish is that I can see your downstairs mix up, and I'll have a little look, and then I'll move my hands away. Guys, thank you very much for joining me on this video. I'm really enjoying the feedback and the comments I'm getting. Yeah, it's really good. So yes, thank you very much. And I shall see you in the next video. But until then, stay powerful, you puppy mother funkies. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.